Boom, and we're back. 4-time with Myriad. You've got Jared here, and we're joined by a very special guest today, a partner of ours that has been with us as a member for 9-10 years?
Maybe 11.
11 years? Yeah. I will let her do her own introduction. So Sara, please tell us a little bit about yourself, what business you represent, and then we're going to dive into some really good questions about why you're with us today.
Cool, thanks. My name is Sara Richardson, and I've been a member of Myriad, I think since 2012, so I think that does make it 11 years. I've been able to see all the transformations that have happened. And then I started my own business in 2014 called MyoFit Mobility Therapy that my background is in athletic training and sports medicine. So with that, I just saw a gap in healthcare, and that led to kind of the creation of MyoFit, where athletic trainers are available to the general public, and we can provide sports medicine care. So we do a lot of manual therapy, rehab. I don't know why I'm telling you because you know.
No, we're telling the people listening. This is exactly why we're here today. So.
I see Jared all the time. We do injury evaluations, manual therapy, dry needling, cupping, scraping, rehab programs, because our passion is really just to get people back doing what they love pain-free, and if they are pain-free, then to maintain that pain-free level so they can perform or do whatever they would like to do in life.
And a little bit about yourself. So you're a former athlete growing up, and then University of
Indianapolis for undergrad, and then IUPUI for my master's.
And then served as an athletic trainer in a couple different capacities.
Mainly just at IUPUI, and then I kind of branched out into the entrepreneurship world.
What was the moment that you decided to branch out into the entrepreneurial world of starting your own business?
I always say it's because I was young and didn't have anything to lose.
Okay.
So I saw a gap, and I liked kind of the independence of working for myself. It initially allowed for me to just have my own schedule and do what I want. And then I found a good group of people here at then Naptown, now Myriad. Yeah. That was looking for the care that I wanted to provide, and so it kind of worked out that way.
Tell me a little bit about that story, or the listeners, that little journey of your very first space and what that kind of felt like, of like getting your first client to walk into 609 North Delaware Street, and then building a business around that. And how did that go?
Yeah, it was surreal, definitely. Initially I shared the yoga room. And then we eventually were able to turn that to just like MyoFit space over at Naptown, or Myriad's original building. So that was really neat. And then it was kind of awkward. Like, I would work out a lot, and then I would tell the people, like, after the workout, hey, I saw you moving kind of weird. I think I can help you with that.
I was one of those people.
Can I take a look at it? And so from there, it kind of did grow. And now, I have 7 employees, which is crazy. And we're throughout the Indianapolis area, and we expanded earlier this year into Lafayette. So we have a clinic in Lafayette, and now MyoFit is national, which is cool to say, because there's a location in St. Louis and in Atlanta, Georgia.
I always forget about that, which is congratulations. Yeah. That's amazing that you've literally started from zero to an extent, and now you have a national chain franchise. I don't know what the right word would be. License. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's an appropriate word there.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. One of the reasons you're here today is because we are in that space of reintroducing partners, it's the new year, right? Beginning of 2024. And we are wanting people to be the best version of themselves. So what is it that you all are doing with us here at Myriad that we want to talk about today?
Yeah. So first of all, I said earlier, but we also want people to be the best version of themselves, which is why our relationship works so well. They do it from the fitness standpoint, and we do it from the health standpoint, which is great. But yes, starting in February, the first Monday of every month, we'll be providing complimentary injury evaluations on site here at Myriad.
And injury evaluations. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that, because I know that can have a negative connotation to it, where it's like, oh, I can only see MyoFit, I can only see Sara, I can only see the MyoFit staff when I'm injured. Not the case at all. So technically, this injury evaluation could even be almost coined like a just general movement evaluation or like troubleshooting evaluation. Is that accurate?
Sure, yeah. So let's say you have an old injury or maybe any abnormality,
yeah.
and you're like, I just can't, the coaches are always telling me to squat lower and I just can't. Okay, does it hurt? Maybe it doesn't. Have us look at it because we're kind of like the human movement experts from a medical standpoint, so we can help you determine maybe it's your ankle mobility. Okay, there are coaches here that can help, but we can also help. Maybe it's your thoracic mobility,
Yeah, so like a term I like to use a lot in this space is like triaging, right? Like let's figure out, like your knee hurts right now. Well, a lot of times it's not actually your knee. It could be upstream, downstream, it could be your calf, it could be your ankle mobility, it could be something going on with the hips. And that's where you all are experts because you can start to actually touch, feel, move around those joints, muscles, ligaments to sort of be like, hey, this is actually really, really tight. We need to dive a little bit deeper in there. In the sense of, give me like what's the flow of an injury evaluation? So you're here the first Monday of every month starting in February. What time? Do people have to register, pre-register? Can they just walk in and see you? What does that whole flow look like?
Yeah, so I believe it'll be from 4 to 6 p.m. We will have a link that will be shared with Myriad so they can get it to you guys. So you can schedule online. But also, if you're here and you don't see that we're busy, you can definitely, come bother us and say, hey, are you busy? Can you take a look at it? So they're going to be about 20 minutes long. Sometimes it doesn't take that long to evaluate, so we may be able to start talking about what you can do on your own, what you may be able to do with us, things like that. So we don't want it to feel super formal. Like even if we're kind of busy, please still just say like, hey, if I can't see you now, could I see you tomorrow? Because we're less than a mile away.
Totally.
So we are still very accessible regardless.
And speaking to that, I mean, I personally see you once a week for 30 minutes, more from a maintenance perspective, because doing fitness, movement my entire life, and hopefully for the future of my entire life, like I want to make sure that I'm moving correctly, but also maintaining what I've been working on. So it doesn't always have to be like, I have this huge injury, now I go see somebody. I think like in our healthcare system, it's always very reactive versus being proactive, and I see you all being more about the proactive side of things than the reactive side, even though you service both sides.
Yeah, we actually have 3 phases of care that we kind of
love it. Speak on that. Let's do it.
Coined, so to speak. The first phase is inflammation phase, which is when you are in that acute phase of pain, and it's red. Our phase is red because it's like alert. And so some people see us then. Some people may wait 2 or 3 weeks and be like, hey, it's kind of bothering me. That's what we call the rejuvenation phase. It's blue. It's more like, okay, you're getting a little better, but there's still a lot of work to do from a healing physiological standpoint. And then we have the excel phase, which is green. That's more the maintenance phase that you're talking about that you're in. It's just like, hey, I actually overall feel fine, but I get these weird things every once in a while that we just need to.
I mean, my left shoulder and back and neck. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So yes, you can be in the excel phase and still want to come in and see us. Great. We just are going to maintain. It's like that elite athlete. We know so many athletes these days that still receive care and they're still playing their professional sport at 39, 40, whatever. And it's because they're learning to take care of their body in that excel phase.
For sure. And you said this already, but can you dive a little bit into services one more time? I know you had mentioned like dry needling and cupping, and just jump into that one more.
So initially, outside of the injury evaluation, someone will come in for a new client consultation. That's more of a full body. We're going to look at everything. We're going to look at the issue of why you're in, but we're going to look at everything else. So we do our movement assessment during that time. We'll set up a plan of care of what that looks like, and then maybe hopefully start treatment. So treatment can look like, our services can look like stretching, using a tool to do any scraping, cupping. Got
a big giant bruise right here from some scraping myself.
Yes,
so.
And probably some cut marks too.
Yes, there's definitely cut marks.
And then we also do dry needling. I know some people are scared of that, but it is a very effective modality used in care. And then we also do strengthening. A lot of our strengthening is done at home or your homework.
Yep.
But we definitely want to make sure that and emphasize it's just as important as all the other things. We just think that you can do them on your own.
Love that. So we got a few more seconds before the 10-minute hits us. Anything else you want to add? Anything I missed? Anything you want to share? The opportunity is yours.
We're very excited about this opportunity to kind of re-partner, if you will. And we love the new space.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sarah, for joining us, and we are excited to get you all in here first Monday of every month starting February 2024.
Yeah.
Accurate?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.